Today, we're going to cook a challenging cut of meat, flank steak. I'm Chef Alan Barber. I've been cooking for over 25 years, and I've run my own restaurant for the last 13. I have a couple of flank steaks here, and today I'm going to go over how we prep and cook flank steaks in our restaurant. So flank steaks are not a particularly common cut of meat. Often butchers around these parts used to take these and just add them into the grinder to make hamburger. But they make a delicious steak. They have a nice beefy flavor, and they can be quite enjoyable on the grill, or we do them here in the restaurant in a pan. But they're a bit of a challenge. They're not exactly the easiest steak to do. There's a couple steps. First we have to cut this into something that looks like a steak, and then we also need to marinate it and season it and then cook it. So we'll go through all those steps today. The thing with these is they're very strange shaped. I'm gonna weigh this. So in the restaurant, a portion of steak is around 8 ounces. So what I'm gonna try to do is figure out how many 8-ounce steaks I can get out of this. So this weighs 37 ounces. There's some parts of it here that I'm not gonna use. So what I like to do is I like to take this triangular piece here that often has a bit of fat on it, and I'm just gonna square that off. So when you're doing these flank steaks, you're going to have quite a bit of trim. So this can just be used in any recipe where you would use beef trimmings, say making sausages, or you could grind this up or chop it into hamburger. So that's gone. There's often a thick piece here that's just fat. So I'm going to remove that as well. I'm not worried too much about the shape. We'll fix that up later. So that is really a fatty bit, and you really wouldn't want to eat that. I've also got some fat here. So now that I've trimmed off the parts that I'm pretty sure aren't good, so now we're going to see what we have here. We have 31 ounces, so I can get 3 good steaks out of here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to guesstimate at what 8 ounces would look like. And if you just imagine like a New York strip steak, you know, it's about that big. And I know that I'm going to get 3 good ones out of here. So I'm going to commit to this right here. Let's see what I got. 10 ounces. So that's pretty big steak, but I've got this piece of fat here that I wanted to get rid of. So it's okay that it's a little bit big because I'm going to lose another ounce here. So that's a big steak. The customer will be happy with that. And now I've got 9.8 ounces. Square off this edge a little bit, and that's my first steak. So now I'm going to take this steak and I'm going to lay it on top of my remaining flank. And I know that this is about the same thickness. So I know that if I just make it a little bit smaller and I don't have a lot to trim off this, something like this, I'm going to end up with, again, 10 ounces. And I'm going to square this off here. And I'm liking the look of that. I have one more left here. This one's a bit thinner. And often at the end here, there will be like some thick bits of fat. But all things being equal, I can weigh this. It's 10 ounces already. So for it to equal the other ones, I don't have to take much off. Just going to square the end. And there we go. We have 3 steaks out of that one. And my trim is, I got 9 ounces of trim here. So that's, you know, a couple of sausages. So you'll notice with your steaks here that they're very fibrous, and the fibers run along the length. So when we do these steaks, we are going to cut them against the grain. We don't want to cut our steaks like lengthwise. We want to cut our steaks like that. So I'm pretty happy there. I've got 3 largish steaks, and now we'll attempt to cut this one here up. So out of a average size flank, you're looking at getting 3, 4, 5 steaks. I've had pretty big ones where I've got as many as 6 steaks out of it. The next step is we're going to take these and we're going to marinate them. This steak is pretty tough. We definitely want to break down some of that connective tissue, and the best way to do that is with our friend acid. We have some very basic ingredients. I have some parsley, some lemons, some garlic, some olive oil, and we have some salt. In the summertime, we do a variation of this recipe where we use limes and cilantro. So we start by putting 100 milliliters, which is about half a cup, of olive oil into our blender container. Then we're going to throw in our parsley. I'm not worried about the stems or anything like that. Next, we're going to squeeze in 2 lemons. If I was doing this with limes, because the limes we get around here are usually quite a bit smaller, I would use 3 limes. And then I'm just going to crush my garlic and remove the skins and just plop those right in there. Blend it until it's fairly roughly chopped. Just want those flavors in there. We're not really particularly worried about it being particularly smooth. The next step I want to do is I'm going to pull my steaks out here onto the counter. I'm going to salt them liberally. This is Diamond Kosher salt. It's very much a flaky salt, so you can put quite a bit on there and flip them over. Do the other side. Lots of salt. This cut of steak does well with salt. If you can't eat salt, just don't add it. All right, so we're going to pack these steaks tightly in. Put half of our marinade on there. It smells really good. Garlic and parsley and olive oil. Pack my other steaks on top, like this. And then, there we go. All of our goodness comes out. Grab a rag here. So there we have it. We have our marinade covering our steaks. Now these are going to go in the fridge for at least 3 hours. It takes about that long for the acid to start to work on the connective tissue of the steaks. These steaks without a marinade are very tough. So we definitely need to add this acid to them and let them sit in the marinade for, like I said, 3 hours. Now, you can marinate these for longer than that. We prep these in the kitchen, and sometimes we don't sell them all the night of, and they're totally fine the next day. In the fridge, that olive oil is going to solidify on the steaks, but that's totally fine. It's going to melt when you put it into a hot pan or on the grill. These steaks can really be in the marinade. I've had them where we were closed for a couple days and there was steak in the fridge and it's been in the fridge for up to 3 days. You know, it could probably go a little bit longer. And I've eaten those steaks and they are totally edible and safe. After 3 or 4 days, just like any steak, it's probably good in your fridge for at least 5 days, depending on how fresh it was and how good your fridge is. But what happens is the acid sort of works its way deeply into the steak and it's really hard to get a nice pink color. It's kind of like a ceviche where the acid is cooking the steak after a while. So it's best, I would say, within the first 24 hours of marinating. Ideally in the restaurant, we like to do this 3 hours before service. I'm going to put this in the fridge for a few hours and then I'm going to show you how we cook this, how we slice it, how we plate it, and what the customer gets. classic steak frites. Such a delicious and inviting comfort food. We have our flank steak, cooked medium rare. We don't want to cook this any more than medium rare. More than that, and you're going to end up with a tough steak. So we want to cook it on the rare side. And we have our mushrooms, onions, and our French fries. Lots of seasoning, lots of spices, salt and pepper on here. Absolutely fantastic.